Is RC Raiders the first extraction shooter that actually cashes the check this genre has been writing for years? Or a brilliant new standard with one decision you can't ignore? Both can be true. Across multiple reviews and hours of footage, a pattern emerges. The moment-to-moment is electric, the progression loop finally respects your time, and the social chemistry is weirdly wholesome for a game where strangers can erase your night. Then there's the AI voice acting choice, which for some critics torpedoes the recommendation on principle. That tension is the whole story. Here's the setup. R Raiders launched October 30th, 2025 on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series XS, built by Embark Studios. You live underground in Speranza, sprint topside for 30-minute raids, scavenge, dodge robots and raiders, then extract through howling elevators or metros. The twist isn't the loop. It's how cleanly it plays and how the world itself nudges you toward temporary alliances. Reviews point out the same beats. Tight, anxious gunplay with limited mags and long reloads. A shield that buys you a heartbeat and enemies that punish noise. Fire once and the map seems to lean toward you. The machines are the star. Snitches mark you and call trouble. Wasps and hornets telegraph attacks just enough to let you dance, then punish you when you get cocky. Rolling death orbs lurk in buildings like explosive jump scares. Larger threats, the Leapers, Bastions and the Queen, are designed to make solo heroes reconsider their life choices. That ecology is smart, and it's why Don't Shoot works as a real social mechanic. Multiple outlets observed how often solo players de-escalate, team for a minute, then drift apart because picking fights wakes the hive. The result is actual emergent cooperation in a genre known for sociopathic crouch walking. Movement and pacing push you forward. Slides, momentum, grapples, and extraction timers keep runs brisk. Weather and map-wide audio make stealth a plan, not an afterthought. 4 big maps rotate distinct moods: red sand ruins, dam country, urban husks, dense enough that you're still finding tucked away nooks hours in. The soundscape does serious heavy lifting. Directional cues, storm rumble, bot chirps, and extraction clacks on stack tension until you can feel your inventory weight in your hands. The progressions is the other reason people are hooked. You're never truly broke. Free loadouts get you back on your feet. Vendors seed quests that teach systems and pay out just enough to keep the treadmill pleasant. Crafting benches upgrade into better gear, weekly trials set spicy objectives, and the prestige-like expedition system lets you retire a raider for long-term account perks if you're brave enough to wipe your slate. Not every perk lands. Some reviewers call out filler nodes in the skill tree that barely move the needle between meaningful unlocks. But the overall cadence is forward motion even after a bad extract. That's rare in this genre. On the social axis, the community's early vibe is notable. Solo queues tend to produce more hands up, don't shoot and back of the head betrayals, while trios skew sweaty and PvP heavy. That split makes sense once you see how loudly the world punishes gunfire. The friction isn't gone, griefers exist, and some players report mismatched lobbies, but the baseline mood is less rat maze and more Cold War handshake until a snitch turns red. It may not last forever, but right now the culture is part of the hook. There are blemishes. Bugs are reportedly infrequent but painful when they surface. Clipping deaths or stuck states feel extra bad when your favorite weapon goes with them. Interior pathfinding can make certain bots confused for a beat, and early progression toward fighting high-tier enemies can feel long if you turtle. Also, stash and stack limits push inventory management drama that not everyone loves. None of that breaks the spell. It just reminds you it's a live service trying to run hot. And then we hit the big catch: AI voices. Embark uses machine learning in multiple ways, reportedly for enemy animation behaviors, and more controversially, text-to-speech for NPC dialogue using real actor models. Critics who love almost everything else still balk at this. The artistic mismatch stings. A game about humans displaced by machines featuring synthetic human voices. Beyond ethics, the knock is aesthetic. Flatline reads that make vendors forgettable in a world that otherwise hums with humanity. Supporters argue NPC VO is peripheral to the experience. Detractors argue that's exactly why there's no excuse. This is the wedge between genre-defining and can't recommend, and it's not a minor footnote. It's a values call. So where do the major voices land? One outlet crowns it the new extraction standard, praising the gun feel, the irresistible grind, and how quickly a bad night flips to a good one. Another gushes about immersion, sound design, and performance, calling it a perfect on-ramp for curious newcomers who hate getting clubbed by veterans. A third piece admires the elegant systems, the friendly emergent culture, and then plants a flag. The AI voice decision undermines the art enough to override the fun. Strip the rhetoric and they still agree on the fundamentals. The combat sings, the enemy roster is sharp, the maps work, the loop is sticky. The split is philosophical. Veteran Games' take is two-part. As a video game, RC Raiders finally realizes the high-risk, high-reward fantasy without sanding off the stakes. It's approachable without becoming bland, and it earns those rooftop extractions where your hands shake while the doors close. As a product, the AI voice choice is a real asterisk. If you're ethics first on this topic, nothing I say about reload timings will matter. If you're experience first, you're looking at the most convincing PvPvE playground of 2025 so far, full stop. Practical payoff before the CTA. If you're testing the water solo, lean into the world's incentives. Move with cover, treat snitches as priority targets, save loud extracts for when the clock forces you, and don't be shy about don't shoot, while you third party and ARC fight for scraps. Build benches early, accept the free loadout when you've bricked your stash, and ignore filler perks until the nodes that change your rhythm come online. This game rewards tempo and restraint more than perfect aim. If this kind of no BS deep dive is your thing, hitch a ride with Veteran Game and hit subscribe. If you're nodding or fuming, toss a like so this take survives the algorithm. Now the spicy closer. Should a game's artistic and ethical choices outweigh its mechanical excellence? For RC Raiders specifically, does the AI voice decision sink the ship? Or is this still the new gold standard for extraction shooters despite the asterisk?